I created your reality, your frequency.
Yeah, I like red. Thanks for that one.
You're welcome.
I had a revelation. I was talking about it earlier, but I just been up on it just so much that I just find it so incredible. It's like my whole thing is like about like God, you know, everything being one, that we're all God, everything's God. God's like everything material, non-material, everything that you can even think of. That's all that energy that's like split into a bunch of pieces. And then like I'm a little late, but I find out exactly what happens with an embryo. That an embryo splits, it starts as one cell, splits off, and then multiplies, keeps on splitting off, and then form. This is like the exact same story that all the indigenous people from all over the planet, this is the same story that they have been talking about, the creation of the universe. That it started as one, and then broken into two, and more. And it's like, and
Fractal
for
universe.
me, yeah, for me, it shows like how disconnectedness. I mean, if you look at nature, how everything like, you know, flows together. It's just this common sense, and it's crazy because it's like the more and more that you envelop yourself, is that you just dive into it. It's like the outside world, it seems like a parallel universe. It's like such a parallel universe. It's where the good is persecuted and the worst is on top. It's like some TV show almost. It's like, what the hell? Because and the worst thing is the rest of the population just is like, okay, you know, they're okay with prisons, they're okay with, you know, with all this stuff that's happening. So they're just like, well, you know, what can you do about it? And to me, that's the worst part. That's the worst part, because it's almost like you get like stabbed and everybody just walking over, like walking by. You're like, but yo, you know, like we're dying here. You know, especially when you feel that yourself is everything, is you know, everything around you, and everything that feels pain, that you feel that pain, then it's just like crazy, and you're like, you know, you want to wake people up, and that's for me the biggest thing is that I have trouble, that I just work on, is the people that aren't awake yet, is how to work with that, because that's what ends up happening, is that you have to, the big thing that I figured out is that no matter who it is, if it's somebody that you don't like, that you don't get along with or whatever, you gotta constantly show this positive vibe, especially enemies. It's even in the 48 laws of power, is that your enemy, you have to show extreme love to them. Like you have to, you know, you throw whatever, you don't throw that hatred, because you fall into that darkness, it weakens you. It's like a cancer. And if you just always have your heart, like you love whatever, the bad, the good, bad, and ugly, you love the whole thing. And that's what I feel like, you know, is almost like the thing that saves you from going crazy. The fact that all this world is like falling apart, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just, at the end of the day, just keep raising your vibration. Keep raising your vibration, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and not go crazy and saying, you know, what's happening, you know, because it can get hectic out there.
Right. You can totally claim that power.
If you don't have anything good to say, you know, if you don't have anything good to say, you know.
Like we can just talk and vibe in this circle too. Like this is totally open forum. I mean, anyone's allowed to share any, you know, any feelings you have.
My twin right here, because everything you talk about, I'm all into. Like, you know, like I'm an artist who's rap and everything. Like my rap name is One, because I'm one in everything. I don't defy anything, because what, you know, it's like I was telling others before, like, you know, the minute you defy something or look at something in a negative way, right away you're creating that, you're putting that thin line between, is everything is all love, because, you know, everything works with each other, you know, one. So it's like you said about like enemies and 48 laws of power, is like, you know, without enemies you can never grow strong, you know. So it's like you gotta learn to love everything. It's like all into one. So it's all about that oneness. Once you look at everything as a whole, don't, you know, if you're afraid or you look at something in a negative way, you know, go deep in that, learn to love it, learn to accept the fact that was, you know, whatever you see that's coming to you in a negative way, it's a gift, you know what I'm saying? Once you learn how to, you know what I'm saying, channel that and break through that, you know, you come to realize that it's still another part of you. Everything is part of you, you know what I'm saying? Even the negative things you see.
I've been feeling that a lot lately.
If you see in the way, always have love with, you know, if you see like a woman that somebody getting stabbed, something like that, learn, you know, look at it in a lovable way, that this is what's stimulating another side of the world to be good, you know, to And everything needs just energy, form of energy, you know what I'm saying? Flames ignite, you know, flames burn, but it's you know, another form of life too, in darkness.
The law of balance.
Yeah, law of balance, exactly. But you know what I'm saying? That's when you gotta look at all of it into one. So even when you see like somebody a form of death, the death creates new life,
right,
you know?
Destruction creates creation.
Yeah. Once you let go of that fear of an understanding that other side, then you know what I'm saying? You remove that thin line and everything is one. Gray, black and white, put together form. You know what I'm saying? So and you know what I'm saying? Any type of fear you have, like there's a lot of fear, but fear could also be a vehicle to bring you to your destination as well, you know? So that's people, the whole world is using fear the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I grab that.
No, seriously.
How do you feel about that?
No, because everybody thinks that fear is the enemy, and yes, to a certain extent,
Fear
is the enemy, but like that fear plays a role. Like all the negativity that's happening in the world plays its role in the evolution of like how humanity is, you know, like it's always been like that. Like we're gonna elevate to the next level whether people like nuke the planet or not. Like if it happens, it happens because it's supposed to happen. You know, and like that's why it begins and ends with you. Like this year has been about keeping the focus on myself, not projecting, being a victim or thinking this or, you know, just looking outside to like solve all my problems or looking outside to define who I am or all of these things. Like begins and ends with you, like taking responsibility for your own happiness, taking responsibility for your own life, for your own path, for your own thoughts, emotions, reactions, everything. It begins and ends with you, you know, when you start to do the work on yourself, then, I mean, because only you can navigate who you are. You know, you could read 1,000 books and you can, like, listen to 1,000 people on their suggestions, but until you sit with you and you really get with everything about you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, then you're not going to really have that knowledge, that wisdom. You know, it's about wisdom, and it was wisdom, and it was something else.
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
No, it was wisdom and love. You know,
that one.
Wisdom and love. You know, and like, and it just yeah, whatever. You know, love, peace, and hair grease, whatever you want to call it. You know, it begins and ends with you. You know, if you're always keeping the focus on you and not resisting too, not, you know, when this, I don't know, like.
Laugh. It's just fun. Right. Like these humans, they forgot how to have fun. Like, I don't know why everybody's taking everything so fucking seriously. Like there's even the waking up thing people are taking so fucking seriously. You know what I mean? Like
I know.
I'm waking up and everybody's fucking waking up. So like fucking like do something about it. Before that, I'm waking up. I'm waking up.
You
I'm
can
waking
be
up.
enlightened and be
Stay that
goofy.
forever.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like let's fucking be on Earth. We woke up. Look, we're on a fucking planet, right? Woo! We're all here together. Oh look, let's create. Creation. Like let's move.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, right.
That's really.
You gotta put everything into practical terms.
Totally. It's really important to do that.
Yeah, that's
Because,
where the planet is right now. Like,
It's all about action.
Like just being outside. Right? We breathe every day. Every day we breathe. But like, let's say if you go by the water, right? Go by the ocean, and you're breathing air. Like you're breathing in air that came over from Africa, and it came over from all around the world. You know what I'm saying? Just breathing in fresh air is unbelievable. Like I'm like I love it. Like the earth, like just the plants, that you feel like the vibration from it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's just every day being alive. It's the most amazing thing in the world. That's why like my big thing is like I'm like that no matter what, like we were saying, it's like even when negative things happen, that prepares for the good things. So it means like in any situation, you're always understanding it. But that's what I mean. That's one thing I noticed, that I don't know if it's just whatever it is, but I was saying about like the water the other day, and like I said, I was like breathing and stuff. But what was crazy was I wasn't on no drugs, I wasn't on acid, but I became the ocean. Like I couldn't perceive the separation from me and the water. Like I was just breathing, just watching the water, and just zoning out into it. And it's like I became that, and it was just like it was crazy. I didn't even need acid or nothing like that, you know. Just raw, just chilling there, and it's an amazing thing. It's like just being alive.